Hey, what's up, guys? I was going to talk a little bit about tuning options for our cars. A couple tuning options. Mainly, the tuning options are going to vary by really depends on what you plan on doing with your car. If you plan on just going minor bolt-ons or you want to go, a little more with headers or even if you want to get inside the engine, if you want to do heads or cam, maybe superchargers or anything like that. A lot of it kind of depends, if you want to keep your warranty or not. And it kind of brings us to the first part of things. Basically, minor bolt-ons, is not really going to avoid your warranty or anything, but once you crack open that motor and you go with cylinder heads and camshafts and stuff, it's gonna, and superchargers, it's gonna void the warranty. But first thing, Scat Pack PCMs, the different stages. If you want to keep the warranty, RT Life has got the stage one. They're very good for if you're doing minor bolt-ons, like a catback exhaust, cold air intake. Shorty headers. I hear they're really good for shorty headers. Um, they work really good and keep the warranty. Only thing, when you start stepping up to the stage 2 and stage 3, go with the packages, and you have to have that stuff installed by Dodge dealer. That stuff can get rather pricey very quick. So next option, is going to be your like little can tunes, your handheld tuners. This is the Intune. They sell a Trinity, which is like a bigger, it kind of mounts up on your dash. It's got a bigger screen for it. These work very well too. For minor bolt-ons. Cold air intakes and catback exhaust. These are really good, say like for the 5.7 chargers. They're usually tuned with 89 or the middle grade gas. You could put the premium tune and run 91 or 93 cold air intake tune on these, and they'll improve the horsepower a little bit. Main advantage that I seen from it was the drivability of the car. I have a 14 charger. Before I had the supercharger put on it, we had this on there, and it just seemed like the car shifted better, downshifted better, just all around drove better, and it had the cylinder cutout was disabled on it, so the exhaust, didn't sound like a Subaru while we were driving down the road in 4-cylinder mode. A couple things nice about these, you can take the tune off, go back up to the dealership, and, come back, load your tune back up with it. As long as you don't go too crazy on the modifications with the car, you can do that. These read and clear engine codes, and so that's a bonus for these. They data log too, which is a pretty cool feature. I did a previous video about data logging with the Intune. That's cool because you can actually go in and see what your car is doing, per the fuel and the ignition, any kind of knock or any kind of little parameters. You can data log the car. which brings it to the next feature of these. If you want to go, with a custom tune, you can go with email custom tunes. There's a lot of guys that do that. And, that usually involves data logging and then emailing that to the tuner, and they'll email you the tune and you upload it on your car. And the only downside about that is it's really better to kind of be, have a dyno and actually be there and tune the car and see what it's doing. So it usually does take a couple of data logs and another tune, and data log, send it to them again, update the tune again to kind of get it, pretty close dead on. But that's one option there. Another option that you can go with is shops. You can have a speed shop tune your car. They have dynos, and they usually have one or two guys that is their tuner, and that's all they do at that shop is they do the tuning at the shop. Usually very professional. Gets the car tuned really really dead on close. Usually they charge a fee that involves the dyno, that runs on the dyno and the tuning, and they'll charge a small fee for a retune if you change some a mod or an engine part or something. The only thing about shops is there's people have had good experiences and they've had some not so good experiences. And we're not going to name any shop names, but I've had a couple not so good shop experiences. Probably best way to go about finding a shop is other guys, and maybe your car club or your car meet. Find somebody that maybe has the same car like yours. Somewhere the same mods. Talk to them, word of mouth. Refer to shops. Some guys would be like, man, don't go to that shop, man. They that I heard they blew up a motor, or yeah, go to that shop. He tuned my car and it's running good. And then there's ways that if you want to get into your own tuning, the only thing about the Diablo, the guys that are doing the custom tunes on the Diablos, you usually have to partner up with Diablo and become a Diablo dealer before you have the option to buy software from them that actually lets you do the custom tunes and be able to change those parameters on it. So that's how the guys that are doing those custom Diablo tunes, they'll sell Diablo devices also, because the custom tunes are loaded up to the serial number of that handheld device. So that brings me on to my next deal is software like this, HP tuners. A lot of shops use HP tuners, and the guy that tuned my charger that's supercharged, while he was tuning it, I got basically a word of mouth referral to him. There was a guy at a car meet that I met. He's got a charger that had a supercharger on it, and this guy tuned it for him and tuned it badass. So he referred me to him, and while I was there, he was tuning the car. He's like, "Hey man, you want to check this out, see how this kind of works?" And me and him got to talking, and he kind of talked me into buying the HP Tuner software and he's going to teach me a couple of things so I could, eventually tune my own car. What's cool about the HP tuners is they sell HP tuners, and then when you order them, they have the option to buy a GM, Ford or Dodge. So like, and if you have a Hemi, you'll buy the Dodge HP tuners, and that comes loaded up with basically 8 credits, which will let you tune 4 vehicles. It's usually two credits a vehicle, and with those you can tune 4 Dodge cars. But say like if you have another car like a Ford or a GM, a different brand car that you also want to tune, you can buy additional credits through HP tuners to tune that car. So the main car that you want to tune, go with that brand of HP tuners, and if you want to tune something else, you can buy additional credits for a different brand, and those credits are usually $50 a credit, so 2 credits, $100 per car. But if you don't really plan on tuning a lot of cars, you're not, and then also the tuners, $100 a car, and then you can charge your fee for tuning, and that's kind of figure out you can make some money off the deal. But I don't really plan on becoming a professional tuner. I just wanted to really, learn how to do it and tune my own car. I'm just very particular about, not, doing stuff to my own car. I like to do all the work myself. I'll make another video, going deeper into about HP tuners, talking about it and stuff. This one's kind of going kind of long, so I'll talk to y'all later, guys.